Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode. What episode is this? 4 of Genital Jousting. As always, I am your host, Josh, and with me is my good friend Dalton. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
And this
Whoops.
is the very first Let's Play we're doing of 2019. We just got done recording the Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo video where we discuss the demo. We both played it. I played it twice. I think you're going to play it a second time later on.
Yeah. Come on, soup.
And I forgot to mention this in that video, but I did. But if you want to see the raw recording that's on my gameplay channel. So I will link that in the description. First of all, I'll link to both videos in the description below this. So you guys can check that out. In the meantime, happy 2019, everybody. We did a couple of episodes of Genital Jousting before 2018 ended, and we weren't able to post them because it recorded Dalton and no game audio and nothing else.
Really unfortunate.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it's probably some pretty good episodes.
Oh god, the horror. Ugh.
Yeah. If you're expecting better of this game, you're not gonna find it. God damn it.
Oh god. It's like a fucking vacuum in space.
Yeah. We will be doing full Let's Plays later on. Hopefully we'll be able to get to that soon. The very first one we're going to do is Little Big Planet for the PlayStation 3. I need to figure out how the fuck to record PlayStation 3 games properly because I can record the gameplay, I can record Dalton, I don't know how to record me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a learning experience.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So we'll figure that out and then we'll start recording that. So you guys can look forward to that. I'm actually really looking forward to it. You haven't played it, correct?
Yeah, I only played a little bit of the third game. That's the only experience I have
So
with
you
it.
kind of know what to expect. It's a side-scrolling platformer with physics, basically.
Yeah. Oh, I just threw that on you.
And it's a lot of fun, and Stephen Fry commentates it, and it just oozes charm. It's absolutely one of the most charming games not made by Nintendo that you'll ever play, because Nintendo has a knack for making ultra charming. Like Mario's always ultra charming. The Yoshi games are always ultra charming. Yada yada yada.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck we're supposed to do in this one.
Beats the hell out of me.
I guess you won. Abstinence. God damn it. I failed. But I'm actually really looking forward to that. I haven't played that game in years, and I remember it being a lot of fun. And the controls can be kind of wonky at times, but it's really,
Yeah.
really good.
I'm sure the game will make up for it, I think. I always suck at this.
I've never beaten it co-op. I've only beaten it by myself. So that'll be fun. Do something I've never done before.
Yeah, new experience.
Yeah, probably. Well, it's an even newer experience for you because you haven't played one. I need to get two and play that someday. But I lost the list of co-op games that we can play. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff it can do.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to that. I just wanted to get a couple of Let's Plays out between now and whenever we do that. I've been playing through Assassin's Creed Brotherhood on the PlayStation 3. Because I've beaten 1 and 2. I've never beaten Brotherhood, so I've got Brotherhood Revelations, and I'm going to beat them. And Assassin's Creed
Oh,
Assassin's Creed 3 is supposed to get a remaster in March for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And Ubisoft has not said much about it. Okay, here's what we know. It's getting a remaster, it's getting revamped textures and character models and a bunch of other things. It sounds like that they really are doing a full, proper... This is a better looking, better playing version of the game kind of thing.
yeah.
And it comes with Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, which is the PlayStation Portable game. Or the PlayStation Vita game, rather. And that's remastered as well, which it's got remastered once before, so I don't know what the difference between that one and this one is.
Because when did that game come out?
I want to say 2012, 2013, somewhere in there.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It is a I'm stuck around the fucking thing.
Oh, the car's stuck. Oh my god. What is happening?
I think Assassin's Creed 3 might have been one of the ones that came to the Wii U in that brief year or year to year and a half that people were actually making games for that thing that weren't named Nintendo.
Yeah.
I think it came to the Wii U, but I don't remember.
I think so too.
That was the one where you played like the half Native American, half British dude during the Revolutionary War.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing trailers for that.
And it wasn't one of the more well-received ones. I don't really know why. But it wasn't one of the more well-received ones back in the day. I've never played it. So I wanted to play 2 and Revelations and then try to get that. And it was included as part of the Season Pass, which I wish the industry would quit doing fucking
Yeah,
Season
I know.
Pass.
It's yeah. I wish it would just stop. As long as they're making money, though.
Yeah, but it's included as part of the season pass for the latest one, Odyssey, which is the one set in Greece, like ancient Greece,
Yeah.
where you're like a Spartan who has some connection to King Leonidas, which, if you've seen the movie 300, you should at least be somewhat familiar with.
Yeah, I love that movie when I first saw it.
Yeah, it's a fun action film, and it's the kind of movie that the director should be doing. What's his name? The guy that directed Batman vs Superman and Watchmen and stuff like that.
Rob Schneider.
No, it's not Rob. What the fuck is his name? But you know who I'm talking about, right? He's got his Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, yeah. I don't know why I said Rob Schneider.
Yeah, he's got his own unique style. Like his movies are recognizable as very obviously his.
Yeah, for better or for worse. That's for sure.
But,
I mean, his Dawn of the Dead remake's pretty good. That's like one of the only movies of his I like is Dawn of the Dead remake.
So it's not like he has no talent as a director, but boy, does he take on some crappy movies that he's got no hope of turning in something good. I mean, Batman vs Superman is such a fucking mess.
I still haven't seen it.
Don't bother.
Don't really plan on it either. It seems like it seems like it'd be too long.
It is, and then people are like, "Oh, well, the expanded version of it fixes its problem." No, motherfucker, it just makes it longer.
Yeah, isn't it like well over 3 hours in the director's cut?
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings length.
Fuck that noise. I mean, the Lord of the Rings director's cut is actually like worth the time.
Yeah, the difference between the Lord of the Rings director's cut and the director's cut of this is the Lord of the Rings director's cut is a really, really exceptionally well-made film.
Oh hell yeah! And that director's cut really helps Lord of the Rings as well with all the other extra scenes.
Yeah, it's just flat out a better film.
My rings.
I like Lord of the Rings a lot.
Yeah, I can totally binge those movies too.
Yeah, it takes like 9 hours to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I still
9 hours
haven't
to
seen the
binge.
Hobbit movies though. That's the thing.
The Hobbit movies aren't as good because they have pacing issues largely,
Oh yeah.
and they use a lot more CG than the original.
That's the
films.
one
But,
thing I didn't. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about from what I've seen of the Hobbit movies.
Yeah, they have pacing issues because they took a single book and used expanded material from other books to drag it out to the length of 3 movies.
Yeah, because the Hobbit's a pretty short like children's book.
Yeah, and I understand the need to add stuff in because in the book, if you read the book, Gandalf leaves the party. He's like, I'm going to go do this other thing now, and he doesn't really tell you why he's leaving. He just leaves. He's like, I have to
Fuck this
go
movie.
now, and then he just disappears for 50 pages.
It's like I don't need to be here anymore. But see ya.
And then he comes back, and you're like, oh, Gandalf's back. Where the fuck were you? So I understand, like, narratively speaking, why you need to add to it. But they added too much. It should have been, like, if you want it to be more than one film, 2 at the most. It did not need to be 3.
Yeah, just for Hollywood's sake. Oh, we need to make as much money as possible.
Everything has to be a fucking trilogy.
Where's that Silmarillion movie going to come along. I always say that wrong, but
The Silmarillion. Yeah, that would
Silmarillion,
be a
yeah.
long fucking movie too. That's a long book.
It's not even really. It's not really a single narrative, really. It's just a history of
It
the
reads
world.
like a history book. It's the history of Middle
Yeah,
Earth, and it
that could
reads
be a
like
good anthology series, I guess.
yeah, that could be cool, like an anthology thing about Middle Earth.
I'd be up for that because a lot of the stories in that book are pretty good.
But yeah,
The
the
lore.
300 is the kind of movie that Zack Snyder should be doing.
Yeah, because that's where his talents lie.
It's the kind of thing that survived, that is cool because the spectacle is cool. It looks cool, the action sequences are great, and it doesn't have much plot. So Zack Snyder can do that just fine and make it memorable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like Predator doesn't have much plot, and it's a timeless classic.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with being the best at making kind of over the top action movies. There's a place for over the top.
There's definitely a demographic there.
And that's the kind of thing that he should do. But he wants to make these ultra complicated. Like, from what I gather, he wants to make. He wants to take an Ayn Rand book and turn that into a movie. And I don't think he could do it justice. I don't think he could do it right.
I think his talents lie in a very different genre.
Yeah,
Very much
he's
so.
not a talentless director. He just picks overly complicated scripts that he's got no fucking clue how to do properly. And
Like he wants to do high drama but his talent, like he should just focus on the more action stuff. Like, because I heard some of the action in Batman v Superman isn't too bad, but
yeah, the action sequences aren't why it's terrible. It's terrible because they crammed about 3 movies worth of plot into one long ass movie, and that results in just awful pacing. That it never slows down. Like it never takes a moment to breathe. Like you know how one of the important things, if you have a shocking moment in a movie that they're supposed to go, oh my, where the audience is supposed to go, holy shit,
yeah,
and the movie will just kind of slow down after that. Imagine the Duke scene in Modern Warfare. Now take out the moment where you crawl from the crashed helicopter and you see the nuke before you. Would it be as effective?
yeah, that would really compromise the feeling of the scene.
It's because it lets you sit there and reflect on what the fuck just happened that it works so well. Batman
I can
vs.
see how that would be a
Superman does
problem.
not do that. BVS does not do that. Ever. At all. It just quickly moves from one plot point to the next because it's got so much plot to get through. And the worst character in the film, fucking Lex Luthor, played by, what was it, Jesse Eisenberg of all people, I think,
Yeah,
for some fucking reason, and it's like he wants to be the Joker and isn't.
he's trying to be the wrong villain the whole time, from what I've seen.
Yeah,
All the clips.
it's not the cold, calculated businessman that is Lex Luthor at his best. It's weird. He's very weird and eccentric, and it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's not how I picture Lex Luthor to be at all. I'm putting my dogs in the wrong ass pen.
So did I.
Oh, you stupid dogs.
And his plan is stupid fucking complicated and relies on so many fucking coincidences that could go horribly, horribly wrong.
So he's just relying on Deus Ex Machina the whole time.
Yeah, and if you sit there and you try to figure out what his plan is, like, find people that love the movie and try to get them to explain to you what Lex Luthor's plan is in that film. I've seen it and I don't fucking understand it because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's a stupid fucking plan that's retardedly complicated. So Soldier Boy is up to it. Oh, we were both caught off guard there.
I was
weren't we?
not. Yeah, I totally forgot the move.
Yes, so Soulja Boy deleted all of his consoles, including the one that was actually somewhat legitimate, the Soulja Fuse, which was overpriced,
Oh yeah.
but apparently it's a legitimate console from the.
There we go.
The Chinese market. Is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like GameSpot covered it at one point. They did an interview with the designers of it, and it's underpowered. It's stuck somewhere in between the power of the Wii and the power of the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 in terms of power.
Yeah, that's what I would expect.
So it's not like mind-blowing or amazing or anything. But
Just try to make a quick
if you're
buck
in a
off
country, if you're in a country where consoles have largely been non-existent for most of console gaming's life, and then you get something that was locally made there, like this is a console from China for the Chinese market kind of thing. And
That's how it was with Russia too. They had their own consoles too.
yeah, in that sense, it's fine for what it is. And I would, if they brought it to the United States and had U.S. servers for it, I might be interested in it because it's an interesting looking little thing. But it's a quad core processor with like 4 gig of RAM and it's an Integra processor, which is a step below the one that powers the Switch.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you just got one of those.
Yeah, I'm loving it so far.
What games do you have?
Smash, Mario Kart 8, Splatoon. Recently got Odyssey and Super Paper Mario. Or Super, yeah, Paper, I wish. Super Paper Mario. Fucking, Super Mario Party.
Is Mario Odyssey good? It looks good.
Oh, I haven't played it yet, but I can't wait.
Yeah.
I played an in-store demo one time.
Did you get Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, yeah, I've been playing that too.
I really want to play Breath of the Wild. It looks good, but I also kind of fear that the weapon breaking will just piss me off to no end.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to get used to. I mean, you find a lot of weapons throughout the game, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of annoying because like once your weapon breaks, you have to go in your weapon like inventory real quick and pick something new. And
Can you repair weapons?
no, I don't think so from what I've played so far.
Because if you could, like, if it's slower degradation and you can repair weapons, that's not that bad. Like Fallout 3, I think, does it well.
Yeah, all the Fallouts do it pretty. Their system's pretty good.
Except in 4, where your weapons don't break at all.
Yeah, it kind of ruins it.
your weapons just constantly at peak condition, so it doesn't degrade over time. You don't need to repair it. Which is what it is.
Yeah, Fallout 4 is a good FPS adventure game.
and not really. Wait, I was looking at your
Really is a good.
character, and not really an RPG.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is a good. It does work pretty well as a FPS though, like an open world FPS.
yeah. The weapon degradation would probably annoy me, but I still want to play it. It looks like it does the Assassin's Creed Ubisoft thing where you climb to the top of towers.
Yeah, you can climb on like anything you see, like any surface you can climb on. You can just go for it, which I really like.
Yeah, which is that's like a long-standing Assassin's Creed thing. Going back to the very first game, it was climbing everything. And I'm playing through an Assassin's Creed game right now. I mentioned earlier I'm playing through Brotherhood, and I had forgotten how finicky the the climbing mechanics can be in that game. Like,
Yeah,
oh my god, I've numerous times jumped out and either hurt myself or killed myself because I wanted to jump further up the fucking building, and instead of jumping further up the building,
there we go.
I wound up jumping off the building and splatting on the ground and fucking hurting myself or killing myself. And God, I hope Assassin's Creed Origins doesn't do that because it's annoying.
And gotta refine that more.
You thought that they would have refined it more by the time Brotherhood came out, since that's the third game of the series. I guess
Yeah.
not. God damn it!
Yeah, like I would really recommend if you're gonna play the Switch a lot on the TV, like on a big screen, I would really recommend getting a Pro controller.
Yeah, I would want a Pro controller
If
rather
it's
than,
it's a pretty comfortable controller, I gotta say.
rather than the Joy Cons.
Oh yeah, much more comfortable than the Joy-Con and control setup.
Did you sign up for Nintendo Online or no?
Yeah, it's only $20 a month, or $20 a year, I should say.
I'd say
Instead,
20
as
bucks a
opposed to
month.
the
The most
60.
expensive one isn't that cheap.
Yeah,
Isn't that expensive?
but you get with the membership, you get access to their NES thing where they kind of drip feed you like two or three games like a month, I think.
I wish
Like
they would
NES
do
games.
Super Nintendo games. That'd be sweet.
And I wish they would have a bigger selection. Honestly, I wish they would just bring a fucking virtual console.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64.
hell yeah.
Talk with Sega. Get some Genesis and 32X and
Maybe some Dreamcast.
yeah, Dreamcast. It's powerful enough to do Dreamcast, so why not?
Oh yeah.
That'd be awesome. I fucking love the Dreamcast stuff. Did you get a Did you get an SD card for yours?
Not yet, but I'll plan on it in the future because I already ran out of space. Because I got about three or four downloadable games on the eShop because they're having a big sale. I got Night Trap, Hollow Knight.
Did you get the remaster of Night Trap?
Yeah, on the Switch. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 rings. How is that? What's that like? I've seen plenty of gameplay of it. I've never played Night Trap.
It's really confusing. I played a little bit and stopped and played something else, but it's really confusing. I got to get used to it first, because you just got to switch around the cameras and just you see those black those guys in the black suits and shit like run around the house, and you don't really know like what to press. I'm still really new to the gameplay.
Yeah.
I'm still really new to the gameplay. 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 I'm still really new to Gotta learn the
You're
controls more.
supposed to like trap them in some.
Yeah,
kind
you gotta use there's like traps in each of the rooms they're in, and you gotta like know when to activate them. But I'm not sure when to activate the traps.
I'm sure there is a online thing that'll tell you exactly when and where to go to get 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it. Sure, there's like a guide that'll help you get 100% and beat it all. Now, the problem with that kind of gameplay, though, is you're going to be focusing so much on that all the stuff that goes on in the story, you're not going to be paying attention to, I would
Yeah, I know,
assume.
right? Like all those infamous fucking FMVs.
Yeah, the fucking terrible fucking voice acting, cheesy ass, playing air guitar with a tennis racket shit that goes on in that game.
Yeah, so stupid. I can't believe that started. That was one of the games that started the ESRB of all games.